when it comes down to mental and emotional health, what is going on up top in someone's mind is often the focus. And so if someone has inner problems, they are likely to be told that it is due to their thoughts and their beliefs and even their behavior. So what is taking place at a deeper level is then not even considered, let alone dismissed. And this means that what is held in someone's unconscious mind and the impact that this has will be totally overlooked. And a number of months ago, I ended up writing an article that takes a closer look at the impact that repressed pain can have. And this article is titled, "Can Repressed Pain Cause Mental and Emotional Problems?" In many countries around the world, the mind is often the focus when it comes to dealing with mental and emotional problems. If then someone is not in a good way internally, they're likely to end up trying to change what is going on up top. This can be due to what they have learned online or what has been recommended to them by others. But if they don't end up engaging in this process by themselves, they can end up being assisted by another. Now, if they were to reach out for assistance, they can end up working with a cognitive therapist. And as to why they have reached out, it could be because they have been struggling with anxiety. Perhaps this is something that they have only just felt the call to do after struggling with it for many years. Then again, this could be something that wasn't too bad before, but now it is stopping them from being able to function. So in general, they could find that they feel edgy and that it is hard for them to concentrate. Consequently, it will be a good thing that they have reached out for support so that they can be at their best. By working with a therapist, they can be told that they need to learn to manage their thoughts and replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Additionally, they could be encouraged to settle themselves down by breathing deeply. Therefore, what is taking place in their mind will be seen as a primary issue, irrespective of whether this is or isn't said directly. It will then be as though they have a conscious mind and a physical body. That will be it. What won't be mentioned, either directly or indirectly, is that they will also have an unconscious mind. It is unlikely that the therapist won't be aware of this part of a human being, but even if they are, it won't be important enough to mention. By putting into action what has been suggested, one may find that their life gradually changes as time goes by. They will then feel more at ease, and they will be able to perform at their best once again. At the same time, this approach might not work, and even if it does, it might only work for a short period of time. One way to look at this outcome would be to say that one needs to be patient, or they need to be more mindful when it comes to what is taking place inside them. Another way of looking at this would be to say that what is taking place in their mind is a sign that there is something at a deeper level that needs to be acknowledged and worked through. As a result of this, the best that this approach can do is repress what has entered their conscious awareness. Yet, if they live in a society that lives on the surface, and the assistance that is available is typically a manifestation of this, there will be no reason for them to look deeper. That is, unless they end up stepping away from the mainstream and look deeper. But if this doesn't take place, they can end up doing something else that will also repress what is truly going on for them. For example, they can end up being put on medication, told to exercise, or given supplements. One way to see the conscious mind would be to say that it is the weed, whilst the unconscious mind is the root. Naturally, cutting off the top won't actually remove the weed, and even if the weed disappears, it will be clear that it also has a root. With this in mind, if someone is suffering from anxiety, for instance, and they want to actually deal with what is going on, they will probably need to go deeper. Still, someone in this position could wonder what could be taking place at a deeper level that is causing them to experience life in this way. What could enter their mind is if there is something wrong with their physical body, and if this part of them needs to be taken care of. If this was put forward to them, that what is taking place in their unconscious is what needs to be resolved, they could end up feeling confused. This part of them will have first started storing pain when they were in their mother's womb. Then, when they were born, their developmental years, and up until this time in their life. However, thanks to their brain's ability to remove pain from their conscious awareness, they can be loaded with pain without being aware of it. But while most of this pain won't enter their conscious awareness, there will be certain signs that reveal what is going on. The issue is that if this understanding is not in place, and one believes that who they are begins and ends with their conscious mind, these signs will be overlooked. All these signs will be seen as the problem per se. When it comes to anxiety, this could be a sign that at a deeper level, they are carrying pain that relates to a painful birth, or it could show that their early years were not very nurturing. Either way, this would have been a time when this pain was not processed and automatically ended up being repressed by their brain. Regardless of what took place, a big part of them won't have moved on from that stage of their life. This is why, without this understanding in place, what is going on for them as an adult will appear to be irrational. If, on the other hand, their personal history is taken into account, what is going on for them as an adult is likely to make complete sense. What needs to be kept in mind is that their mind has blocked out what took place to protect and allow them to function. So with that said, if you have one or a few inner challenges, then it may show that you also are carrying repressed pain that needs to be acknowledged and worked through. And this is something that can take place with the assistance of a therapist or a healer. But the main thing is that you do what you need to do to gradually change your life. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk. And I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.